Greetings, goddamn, I appreciate you. I just forgot to actually put up my I forgot to actually put up my overlay, so let me put it up.
Oh! Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. It's supposed to play the damn thing. Why did it do that? Hold on.
Oh! Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid. Why would they block out the damn audio? Salute to everybody, goddamn, I appreciate you. Salute. I appreciate you. Shout out to the real lioness. Good afternoon, good morning. Where you calling from, real lioness? I always have to say, because I don't want to say good evening and it may be good morning over there. You know what I mean? You don't know where people are at this time of night. You just don't know. So you always got to reach out, man, and ask them, man, where are you calling from? You know, when we do these little late night things, Boston. Oh, okay. So you're right up here. Okay. All right. So you're right up here, Boston. You're 5 hours away from me. I got an ex girlfriend that lives up in Boston. God damn. Boy, I tell you, I had to let that go, though. You know what I'm saying? We neighbors, you know this. Yes. Literally. You know what I mean? First and foremost, it worked out good. She moved. I was like, well, I can't have that long distance relationship. I can't be in a relationship with somebody that damn far. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a mushy nigga. I'm going to want to see you, and you know what I mean? And then now, forget it. I ain't shit, please. How's that going to work out? How the hell am I going to explain that? Leaving Friday, come back Sunday, and I got my family calling me on FaceTime? Shit. It ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? But she moved up there, and it was a blessing. It really was, because believe me, if she had stayed, it wouldn't have been good. God works in mysterious ways. That's all I gotta say. Okay, very mysterious. You know, the way things just pan out in life is amazing, man. It's amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She said, I'm rolling, but I hear you. This dude in Jamaica thinks I'm going to do a long distance. Some people are funny. No long distance. Let me tell you something, real lioness. If I'm going to do a long distance relationship, you got to be at least, at the most an hour. You know what I mean? Because an hour, if I'm doing some bullshit, I could get back home. You understand? And I don't mean an hour in traffic, because that's pressure. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want you to be in the Bronx, because there's too much construction to get back home, and I may get jammed up on the way back, and she like, nigga, you in the Bronx, why you in the Bronx for? You understand? But if I'm in Jersey an hour away, you know what I'm saying? I could be anything. Because you gotta remember how we get ourselves jammed up is the ride home. If she's just hearing highway in the back, I could be coming from work. Highway. After a while, you get used to that highway noise. You know what I'm talking about? That highway. Like, where you at? I'm on the highway. I'm on the way home. Oh, okay. Where you at now? I'm on the highway. You know what I'm saying? But when you coming from the Bronx, it's like, what are you doing in the Bronx? You're hearing traffic, horn beeping, like, so if you're in the Bronx now, you should be here in 30 minutes. No, but now I'm in construction, and now hour and a half, and it's like, okay, nigga, like, you understand? But Massachusetts, boy, let me tell you something. So anybody listen, 5 hours is 4 to 5 hours. It's a 4 to 5 hour drive. So if you go to Massachusetts, let's say I went up there to see one of my exes, and I did some bullshit behind my wife's back, right? And I played myself. I ain't play her, I playing myself. And I go up there, you know what I mean? I'm just as good as the next morning. That's all she gonna get, because I'm like, I got to get back on the road. And I can't explain a 5 hour drive. Okay? You can't explain a 5 hour drive. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, nigga. You've been on the road. It's 5 o'clock in the damn afternoon now. What are you doing? You understand? I gotta have a good excuse. She said, if you want it bad enough, it'll take you 2.5. That's a fact. It will. You know what? Hold on. Let me look at my GPS right now and see if I could wing that shit. Mm-mm-mm. can't fuck around, man. You know what the thing is with my days? There's just certain shit where it's like, nah, I can't fuck with that. And it ain't like the average person. Because my situation is, let's just say, amazing. You know what I mean? So it ain't worth it. For me to jam myself up like that, that shit, it can't be close and it can't be that far. But let me just see Massachusetts. Let me see what it says. So Massachusetts. Three and a half, right? Three and a half, I could wing this shit. Three and a half. Now this is the problem because I like to sleep over. I'm a nigga that like to sleep over. If you're a white woman, I can't sleep over though. I can't sleep in a white woman's house because I can't deal with that smell in the morning. You know, that blue face, the blue lips, I can't fuck with that. But let's just say I'm on the way back home, right? 3.5 hours, and you was out all day on a Friday. I could probably get away with that. I'm working, you know what I'm saying? I'm working all day. All right, so I would have to be on the road. If I stayed the night, I gotta be on the road. Damn, that's gonna be tough. Hold on. If I stay, if I stay the night, I gotta be on the road at least by 10 in the morning, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, that's not even 10. 10's too late. I gotta be on the road by like 8, 9. So I don't like to get up that early. So I rather leave at 2 o'clock in the morning. You understand? Because 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm coming home from work, boom, 6 o'clock, and no need to explain. Everybody's sleeping. You know what I'm saying? It's different. I'm telling you, I've had a situation where the anticipation built up so much, the drive didn't even matter. We were in it a long haul, made to make that night weekend worth it. Well, you know what? That part I agree with. Because you see, the thing is with me, if my circumstances was different and I could move around like that, um, yeah, you wouldn't even be thinking about the hours. That's true. That is so true. That three, because you know what it is with me? 3.5, I could wing, right? But when you start dealing with 5 and 6 and 7, oh Lord have mercy. Because I'm gonna have to chill. I'm gonna have to stay there till Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But now, if it was local, it gotta be no more than an hour. And I mean, even an hour, I'm pushing it. Because an hour is 60 minutes, then 50 minutes. You know what I mean? That shit, it cuts down. But them 4 or 5 hours, that fucking clock just is like, that shit don't move, right? Right? You ever see them long trips? That shit just don't move, boy. But the longest relationship as far as long distance, I never really did good with long distance. So let's just say long distance for me living in the five boroughs is the Bronx, literally, and I'm talking 18 miles. I ain't even far, but here that's far. Cause see, in New York, anything that takes you more than 25 minutes is far. You know what I mean? You in Staten Island and you got a girl in East New York and Brooklyn, that's far. Coney Island is far. It's right across the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So if you could wing it, it's just different. But the good thing about me now, like I said, all it's just a fantasy, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all like, yeah, nigga, you ain't shit, you married. Just a fantasy. I'm just saying, if I did, I'll think of the time and be like, nah, fuck that, ain't worth it. I'll stay my ass. You know what I mean? Now, what if she comes here for the weekend? That's different. Oh God. I could work on that a little better. No, because I got a place for you to stay. You know what I'm saying? See, the good thing about it, if I got a situation here, I could play it better because I got a place for her to stay. Ain't a lot of niggas got to do. See, that's where my max shit is crazy. She ain't got to stay in a hotel. That's an option. She could choose to do that, but I got a place for you to stay. Literally, you ain't got to worry about no check-in and nobody bothering you. Nothing. Just nobody gonna even knock on the door. There ain't even a doorbell on my shit because nobody gonna touch that bell. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna touch it. So you want to be the only thing is it's under 24-hour surveillance. So if you're gonna be naked in the living room, I could see that. But if you're in the bathroom doing what you do, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Realize, listen, I'm on your side. Driving is awful. I still say traffic. It doesn't matter the time of day or anything. Always some bull. I'm telling you that traffic. See shit here. See Jersey. If I know I gotta go to Tom's River, I could make it in an hour. And then late at night I could do 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Without even going crazy with the speeding. But the freaks come out at night. So ain't a lot of us out. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like I said, it's in the 5 boroughs, shit, that 20-minute ride could be an hour and a half just because of traffic. Because that road construction shithole. Every time I look at a road construction, nigga, I want to spit in their face. I can't stand them motherfuckers, man. You listen to me right now, late at night, man. Guy, why don't you go sit in the car, man? Y'all sit there. Y'all know y'all's causing all that traffic. We see a goddamn face. When the guy, I don't want to see you. I always look at this construction crew, unless they got a jackhammer pause and they go into the ground. Then if I give them a dirty look, I said, man, how can y'all just sit here and fuck this traffic up, man? And here in New York, when the weather's nice, that's when they fuck it up even more. You know what I'm saying? And now it's nice, they want to come out too. So salute to everybody, man. But shout out to all my people that do the long distance relationships. Best way to cheat on a motherfucker. It's the best way because you can have a boyfriend close to home, and you have that damn goofball coming from New York every weekend. No problem. Just make sure you got that nigga down the blocks that you fucking on a regular. Because believe me when I tell you, when he back home, he's sticking to some shit in somebody too. So you gotta have something on your side too. And that's what reminds me, ladies and gentlemen. Like I just had a discussion with a lady real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know the girl that always calls me up and asks for questions, advice, or whatever. It was something, man. We were talking, man, and backtrack a week ago. Well, a little more than a week ago. Last Saturday to be exact. Um, I got into this little debate. Cool debate. It was healthy. You know, this woman been through hell and back. I know she don't think I know it, but she been through hell and back. Niggas lying and cheating on her. So she decided to get in a little conversation with me about relationships and we going into debates or whatever, whatever. The one thing that the sister just asked me, do you think should, should we discuss relationships with men on dates? I said, no, never. Number one, let's just get to the point, right? Why have a debate and you're not going to listen to each other? It's a waste of time. I mean, unless you're trying to do a YouTube video for some views, nobody leaves a debate saying, you know what, I'm going to do better. Get the fuck out of here. No, nobody. Okay? No man said, man, I was having this debate with these girls last night. And I'm not going to lie, they really inspired me. No, he's there to shit on you. You here to shit on him. Nobody's going to listen to nobody. And once you start getting into relationship politics, oh boy, why would you turn yourself off? You got to think about the level of turning yourself off. Like you could get turned off as a woman because he gets turned off too. Remember, he's right behind you. He got feminine energy. Okay. Why you're gonna get turned off from his perspective? You are. You know what I mean? You're gonna disagree and you're gonna really take it personal because you are a woman. Okay. Okay, it's in your nature. All right. You could ask a man, would he cheat on his wife if given an opportunity? And I could say, hell yeah. And you're gonna really, really be mad at me because all of a sudden now you become my wife. Well, that's real wrong. Why don't you just be honest with her? Like, are you her friend? You know what I mean? You don't want to be. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's a waste of time. I'm going to keep this so short because this is a really short one. I'm going to go to bed. Listen to me. It's a waste of time to have relationship debates. Period. I've never met. Have you? I've never met somebody. Man, I was having this debate, and man, this shit changed my whole outlook. Like it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because the woman's gonna tell the man how a man should be. The man's gonna tell the woman how the fuck it is, or how she should be, and nobody's gonna get anywhere. You know it, and I know it. Like why? Why play this game? And especially on a date. right? You trying to court this nigga, he trying to court you, all right? You feeling him, whatever, whatever. And now y'all get into a damn relationship debate. And you disagree with his way of thinking. And he disagrees with your way of thinking. I mean, after the free dinner, do you really want to see this numbskull ever again? You don't want to see this shithole. Okay, because every man thinks he's a relationship expert. Okay. Every man thinks he's a relationship expert. Trust me when I tell you, he believes he's a relationship expert. Something about his brain tells him that this is the way it's done. So what you're gonna do is he's already fucking up his chances being with you when he should have just said, "Hey, I don't know." Do you know the power in being quiet? Do you know the power of silence? Do you know how hard it is for a woman to hear a man have all of these crazy demands and ways of thinking while he's sitting with you? You know the nigga's not gonna get anywhere. You know he ain't getting no buns. You know he ain't getting nothing. And you take it personal. You know how hard that is for you to just shut your mouth. Just shut up. Don't listen to me. The less you say, the better you're off. This should have just been the topic of this discussion here, because this is why I don't want to get this long and drawn out. The less you say, the better you off. Write it down. There is power in listening. There's power in learning. There's power of getting information when a person's running their mouth. All you gotta do is chill. Don't say a word. I don't care if he says a woman should lick a woman should lick a man's feet when he comes in the house. And you may take that personal. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. Don't beg shit. Because all he's doing that is to get a reaction anyway. Because if that's the case, do you plan for this nigga to? Do you gonna lick his toes? No, so it doesn't matter. You understand? Like, don't go by what he feels or what his way of thinking is, what a woman should do, and how a woman should be accountable, and a woman should cook clean. And you understand? You got to think about, if a man is able to expose and start off a date with a relationship debate, I mean, you're with a meatball. That's it. You just understand. Not the meatball in your plate either. This fucking clown that's in front of you. That's what you're with. If you really want to enjoy this date, for real, on a comedic level, you got to sit back and enjoy. Listen, there's a power of learning and sitting back. Let me give you one example of what I mean by that. Slightly off the topic, but similar. I was watching Martin Lawrence today. So, Martin Lawrence is doing a show in New York City tonight. Well, technically tonight. And he's doing this big show, and he has like a group of young comedians. Now, you know how I am. I don't like young comedians because I think they're all corny. All of them. Like, I once I hear somebody say young comedians, I know he's corny, you know? And it has to be that, because I feel like black comedy is such a dying breed. Even our greats are not funny no more. You know what I'm saying? They just make you say things and say, I never thought of that. Right? So anyway, I've been really paying attention to Martin Lawrence, and I'm like, I seen this one video pop up. Martin Lawrence like, yeah, I'm gonna be on the Breakfast Club, and I'm like, damn, why is Martin looking this way? Right? I'm like, oh, that's right. He had that stroke situation when he was trying to like drag him for that. He's denying it. When he was doing the whole thing for Bad Boys 4, whatever, 5, whatever, right? By the way, that's a great movie. But anyway, so he was talking about, basically he was on a promo tour. So he's on a Sherry show. He's on, Sway in the Morning. And I noticed the one thing. I sat back. I said, okay. I see the amount of minutes he's on the Breakfast Club. So I see 20-something minutes. I said, 20-something minutes on the Breakfast Club. Okay, that's a terrible interview. Okay. And then I seen one for like 10 minutes. I think he was with Sherry for 10 minutes. They all got this shit balanced. He probably says he got to be like 2 hour PR for one day. He's gonna probably visit like a few places, but whatever. I said when I seen the minutes, I'm like, damn, Martin's not doing good. I could tell because the interviews are looking short. And I said, well, let me listen to one of them. So I listened to one with the Breakfast Club, and he got these two goofballs interviewing him, and all they want to just know is, I'm surprised they ain't asked him about his dick and balls, but Charlemagne and Envy are just, that's one thing. Even though Angela Yee was corny, she was a big part of that show, and I don't even like anybody else on there. But there's another sister on there. She takes the place of that other chick on, what's her name, Jess Hilarious. I think they're both whack. Anyway, the show's garbage now. But as I'm listening to Martin, all I'm doing is paying attention. And I said, let me take a look at the comments because I just want to see if these people are picking up what I pick up. And sure enough, everybody on there is basically like, yo, he's just not himself. The man clearly is not himself. He's talking different. He's slurring his speech. He was looking pretty bad. But I made sure I didn't leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? No comments, no nothing. Just what I've learned is sometimes you could learn a lot, most times, excuse me, just by sitting back. Don't say a word. Just sit back and it's all going to come to you. Because what you're getting the knowledge and the wisdom just by listening. You're not going to go back and forth. You're not going to send this video to another friend. Don't even send that shit to anybody because you're going to come to somebody. Because I got sisters that's like that. One of my sisters will be like, oh, you see Martin? And one of them would be like, yeah, he ain't looking good, whatever. She'll get into it. The other one would be like, I didn't notice nothing wrong. She just loves to go against everything. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't discuss no celebrity shit with her at all. You know what I mean? And the silence that I give her is I didn't, I'll tell her I didn't even know what happened. Oh, did you see the interview with Martin? No, I didn't. And even if she seen that I seen that, I said, what you think? He looks good, Then she may say, well, you don't see nothing wrong. So whatever I say, if it's I don't see nothing wrong, she's gonna see something wrong. If I see something wrong, she's gonna say I don't see nothing wrong. So what it's taught me is when my silence is so present, they can't pick my brain because I'm not giving a response. It's the same thing when I said I looked at the comments, but I didn't leave a comment. You know what I mean? I love Martin Lawrence, but I know Martin Lawrence has had a stroke. Ain't no question about that. Okay. All right. He talking worse than Bobby Brown. It's to the point where it's so disturbing. He got his PR team right next to him because he's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I say all this to say the power of listening. I learned a lot because I'm watching how the interviewers are interviewing. I'm seeing them going a little extra. I'm seeing how Sherry's dancing around him because she's his friend. I'm seeing how Sway and them is trying to make it super exciting when they know the man is dead. And I ain't saying he's dead because he had a stroke, but Martin is just not himself anymore. That Martin Lawrence that we seen that was vibrant and doing interviews with, you know, the Jay Leno days and all that shit is dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell when somebody ain't feeling right because you can feel it, right? The energy of feeling a person. So when you're on a date with a man and he's going back and forth about, you know, so what you think about this, or he showed you some shit on TikTok or whatever, and you want to give an opinion, don't give an opinion. You know what I mean? Let that animal, let's see what's going to happen is you're going to learn a lot about him by saying less. I'm telling you, you. It doesn't mean you're better off by not arguing. Just listen. The only way you're gonna learn the male species is just by listening. Okay? Because see, I know and he knows, and I know he's a liar. See, it's just like how Cat Williams is getting on Martin Lawrence about why is he lying about having a stroke. I mean, it wasn't funny in the video that he did, but it was funny only because that's comedy. You got to really go there. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's like you get strike now and cancel. But he basically did this little layout on his comedy stick and he talked about that. But even as I look back, I said, he's actually right. You see what I'm saying? So when you when the less you say, the better you're off. There's power in that. And when you get into these debates with all these whiny Negroes, right? I don't care if it's on streams. I don't care if you guys are going back and forth on the party line. Whatever it is, no, listen to me. Have you ever heard anybody say, man, since this stream in 2020, it changed my whole perspective? No, it's a never ending war. That's all it is. Nobody's see the power of how you can do it is the man's not going to listen to the woman, woman's not going to listen to the man. But if he's running his motor mouth and you're listening, men see that as wow, she's listening, she's classy, feminine. You know how he says feminine, everything's feminine to his feminine ass, right? But he takes that comfort of you being quiet and engaging into his conversation. He calls it engagement by not saying nothing. He will tell you his whole life. 'Cause he sees that you're not falling asleep, so he ain't offended. He sees that you're wide awake, and he's running his mouth. And he believes America's gonna be great again, and women need to bring it back to the old school days, right? Shout out to K Beauty. Um, he believes all that, and that's fine. Let him. Let him do let him do all that because the only way you're going to learn him is by saying less. Let him rip. If he asks an opinion, just say, "Hey, I don't know, but what do you think?" Always throw it back to him because by the time you get in your car and call one of your girls, you're gonna be like, "Bitch, this nigga is crazy as a motherfucker. He been hurt, stomped on." You're gonna be able to pick up even more because you're up close and personal. I don't know Martin Lawrence from a hole in the wall. I got a close friend that's close to him. I won't even ask my friend. I don't need to. Do you understand? My boy right now, he hasn't been close to Martin in his prime, but he's close to Martin now that Martin's like, now he's like the accessible legend. You know what I mean? Like he's around all these fucking loser comedians that I would have never thought. But this nigga Martin is a living legend. But I don't need to ask my friend what happened to Martin Lawrence. I can tell by paying attention. Do you understand? Some see when you're really truly into the human anatomy, all you gotta do is pay attention. You pay attention by listening. You can pick up a thing or two to know. You ever meet somebody and they say, "Man, I need to borrow a couple of dollars, or can I get some money because I just got kicked out of my house." And you're like, "Nigga, this nigga's lying." You don't know him, but you're listening to him. You know he's lying. Now you become a good judge of character because you can tell a person's like, "Yo, man, I ain't got no money. Can you give me something for a brother to eat?" And he's sitting in front of the chicken spot, and a nigga wants, "Yo, can you just buy me a sandwich?" Then you're like, "Okay, this person's hungry." But if you see another crackhead and he's outside of the spot, you're like, "Ah, fuck this nigga. He just want to go buy crack." You don't know him either, but if you train yourself to listen, right? The key in listening is the less you say, the better you're off. All right. More is not good when you say, it's best to say less. That's when a man opens up. You get it? The less you say, the more he opens up. But all you're going to do if you get into a debate, you're going to make the tensions high. And now everybody's emotions is riding high and it ain't good. It's no good with the tensions. The tensions are riding high because the tension's up. You want to keep the tension down. Let the nigga get relaxed. Let him get in the mood. He's probably drinking. Let him run his mouth and, talk all this relationship debate and advice. He can't debate it by himself. So let him talk. And that's the key. That's the real layout of psychology of what you got to do to us or anybody. Be a good listener. And woman, I know it's hard for you because you want to express your opinion, your emotion. No, it's hard for him too because now he got that feminine blood you got. So he has a hard time. But if he just shuts the fuck up, he can learn a lot about you. You talk about your job and your accomplishments and what it done. It's cool. It's a good thing to It's a good thing to have. Shout out to Donna. It's a good thing to listen, but it's even more imperative. I mean, excuse me. It's a good thing to uh, have goals, but it's a better thing to share the accomplishment. Okay, sharing an accomplishment is giving back. You ain't giving back to anybody sharing your goal. I mean, other than jinxing your shit, unless the nigga trying to help, and that's cool. But sharing your goals, you want to share the accomplishments. That's why the world's so fucked up, because you share the goals, ain't none of that shit gonna happen now, because now you didn't even put it in the universe for it to be accomplishment. You know what I mean? You want the accomplishment to take place, so then you could flex. You could flex on an accomplishment. Yes, you can, because you now you could put it into the world. Listen, I had a plan and this is how it worked out. That's inspiring, but it ain't inspiring if you telling everybody the fucking plan. You know, now niggas is just gonna steal it, and it desensitizes you, because it may not happen because you open your big fucking mouth. You understand? It's all about keeping that big trap shut. It's hard, but you got to learn how to train yourself, because once you develop the mindset to listen, observe, to listen, to receive, listen, to take it in, you could take in a lot more than the person that talked. Because the person that talked is babbling, but you taking it all in, and now you already could pick up this person's personality. You picking up shit that they never thought anybody could pick up. You understand? So you got to look at the gift in playing cool, right? You sitting there with a man having relationship debate is only going to divide you more, because nobody's going to listen. It's a man and woman. You If you and woman were having a debate, maybe there could be some little level of something, but not with relationships. Relationships do not work with having debates with men at all. At all. It just never, nobody ever says, you know what, that was a good one. Really, relationships, people listen to people like the pastor, they listen to therapists, they listen to people like me, charm school people. They listen to leaders. If you were fortunate to have a dad or a mom that taught you something, nobody's going to listen to a shitty debate. You know, it's going to be a group of men, a group of women against each other, or you're one on one, like I said, on the date. And now you looking crazy right now, because now the nigga probably could get the last word, and you looking stupid, you pissed off, you drinking and eating your food mad because this nigga had an opinion and turned you off. But if you were smart enough, you would just sit and chill, let him run his mouth. You know what I mean? But believe me, train yourself to get involved in that. Train yourself even when you're watching a live stream. You may get in there, I'm gonna leave a comment. Don't leave a comment. Just enjoy the show. And you'll see right now, as you're looking at these coons going back and forth with each other, is anybody gonna at the end of it all say, well, we got the solution? The solution is never made. You know it. Never. So don't discuss none of that shit with that nigga. Nothing. Don't discuss. You got to treat relationship topics like religion, okay, and politics. Okay, it is politics. Okay, relationship debates are politics. It is. Okay, whether you want to believe it or not, that shit is just as deadly as talking about fucking them, you know, yeah, excuse me, Republican and Dominican. I mean, Republican and Democrat. So if you think about it, right, when you see people going back and forth, do a little bit of research. Look at the comments on political shit. Just look at the comments of how sick people are. And think of the strength you got to have to hear a shitty fucking person that voted for whoever and you wasn't with it. And you could, and for you to sit there and take that without taking it personal. You know what I mean? That's hard. But what you do, you build your momentum now. Now you build your integrity a little lot more, because number one, nobody can fucking bait you. You got to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a psychology thing I wanted to share with you real quick. Never have relationship debates with men. Woman, you need to just stop that entirely. You know what I mean? Don't even get involved in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's look at the time. Look at the time. Right now, at this time, right? It's approximately 2:42 a.m. I bet you any amount of money. Go to Clubhouse right now. Go to Clubhouse right now. Go to the stream and check out some streams on YouTube. I bet you somebody's talking about some relationship bullshit. And these niggas is going back and forth. Nobody's going to listen. Believe me. on both sides. But you as an individual, if you smart, you could just sit by there in the clouds and just be taking it all in. Like, this is interesting. But now you listening to me, you're like, damn, none of these people going anywhere with their layouts. Nothing's working, because that's why they're up here this late at night talking about this shit. It's a never-ending war. So if you want to turn a man on, and turn yourself on, shut up. Just don't say nothing. Let him just run with it. Whatever he says, it is what it is. Do men think like that? I mean, hey, according to him, that's it. It ain't that serious. I wouldn't take it personal. But you get so involved, and he'll hit that one thing. You like, I couldn't hold it, nigga. I couldn't hold it back, Nick. Like, for example, we're doing this live stream. I gotta put it up too. I gotta put it up on a promotion tip. Damn. Um, this Tuesday, I believe, we're gonna be doing a live stream with Dawn Cook, the airplane pilot slash therapist. And I told her she has to ask me 21 questions without taking anything personal. Now, again, I don't know how she is with that. She's probably a lot better than most women that I know that could do it, but most women can't do it with me. They can't, they're not going to be able to ask a question and go to the next one without taking it personal, right? So it's the same thing. You got to look at that layout right now, right? You got to think on this level, right? If you know, if the female anatomy is not going to allow her to answer these questions without taking it personal, then I'm a steps ahead of her, because I'm going to listen. And what's going to end up happening, I like, from outside looking in, let's just say she's talking to somebody else and she's doing these questions, it's going to turn into a debate. Case in point, let's just say you're sitting there, you're asking a man, so do you think all men cheat? And he says, yes. And she may say, well, what makes you think that? Well, it's in our nature. She's supposed to go on, okay, interested. Okay. Next question. Do you think, you know what I mean? That right there takes a lot. Because now if he's smart, what happens is he's gonna be more open to answering questions because she's not even judging him. You understand? So you got to look at the gift in that, in the mode of listening. A lot of times, what y'all do, a man is that you kicking it with, or you work with, they may ask you a little question because he was on social media. So what you think about this? Stay out of that. Don't give no opinion about nothing. You know, he may say to you, yeah, this girl was raped from this guy, but I think she wanted it. And now you're dealing with this ignorant motherfucker, and he may say to you, you think that? He's like, yeah, I think she wanted it. Well, let him think what he think. Fuck him. I mean, you can't, you listen, you can't fix stupid. It's it's biologically, it's immensely impossible. You cannot fix stupid. You know, sometimes it's more entertaining to listen to what I say to see how stupid motherfuckers is, rather than find yourself in a debate with them because you just had to make a point because you didn't want them to think you were stupid. No, they think you're more stupid when you debate with them. See, these niggas is dumb as it is. So when they get you riled up, they got you. But if they can't get you riled up, you be like, yo, y'all crazy, man. Listen, y'all enjoy your day. You just get the fuck out of there. They're gonna be like, oh shit, she leaving. Yeah, because there's power in doing that. You don't want the one that got kicked out because she been arguing with these niggas for 5 hours and she just frustrated, sweating, hungry, can't eat, breath stinking all dry. Like, you understand? Don't get too involved. You just gotta chill out. Chill. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You can't fix stupid. That's a fact. Shout out to the Green Vegan, my YouTube wife. You can't fix stupid. Don't get into no debates with none of these niggas. Listen, if you ever see me do a live stream and there's a group of us on this channel, I guarantee you, if I got somebody in the room that's running their mouth, watch me sit back. I'll let them rip. I won't even get involved in the conversation. I'll just sit there to make sure nobody's showing no ass and titties and, fucking my channel up. But I'll moderate it from that level. But I don't get involved in that. I just don't. I don't get involved in that shit because you know what it happens is I already know where something is going if somebody asks me a question. You know, if a woman may come to me, like I said, and it happened recently, and I told this woman, I said, yo, you couldn't get past one question. How you gonna get to the second one? She said, well, I do respect what you're saying, but I just saying my sister's man, I don't think he's doing anything. And I'm like, why do you care about what your sister's man is doing any fucking way? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Who cares what he's doing? Like for real, like I don't give a fuck what he's doing. You know what I mean? You shouldn't care what he's doing. Why would you analyze what another man is doing? And like that shit is just insane. But if she's entertaining that, so that doesn't look good on her. See what I'm saying? So you do more damage by discussing this shit. If you really think a person is below you, are you going to talk to them? I don't talk to anybody that's below me. They're a fucking piece of garbage. So if you're going to have these conversations and you're going to get riled up and eventually you're going to get tired of this man and be angry, why would you discuss some shit and you're going to hate him more? Oh, he's all he doing is turning you off. He could listen. You could have baited him to get in the conversation. He'd be like, "Man, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even be paying that. You know, like she like, oh, you don't pay no attention to so and so. So what if this? I'm like, I don't know. He got to stay out of that, and he could do better by doing that. Because at the end of the day, once he pulls this shit in there, he's saying too much. Now he's not better off. The less you say, the better you off. Let the niggas talk. He can't argue and debate by himself. Okay, unless he's on a live stream, he's still not by himself. Okay, so that's why I want to just give you. This is a short one, short but sweet. Keep it simple. You know, there's a whole bunch of other shit to sit there and talk about on a date. Never discuss no fucking relationship. Ever. Okay? Tell me your likes, dislikes, where you see me from 5 years and 10 years. All that shit is bullshit anyway. So why waste your time? You wasting your time talking about shit that you don't really, really care about. And we're gonna lie to you anyway. So why even discuss these things? Like just get to know a nigga, let the nigga run his fucking mouth. And eventually you realize what you're dealing with. Okay? And then you'll be inspired too, because you'll be like, God damn, I gotta. Sometimes he gonna talk you to death. He may talk too fucking much where you was falling asleep, but before you do that, you just take note and realize what kind of motherfucker you got. That's all. What did he tell you? No, what did he talk about? What did he fucking talk to you to death about? Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, much love. There's power in silence, especially when you're dealing with conversations like that. Like I said years ago, we always said politics and religion. And believe me when I tell you, these social media topics are all political now. Okay. Relationships is politics. Leave that shit alone. Okay. Believe me. Y'all have a beautiful evening. Much love to you. Goddamn. Appreciate you.